Hello everybody from Bournemouth. Cup finalists Newcastle United will be taking on Bournemouth, and I have to say the drive-through into here is quite magnificent. It's in a really nice area. People might slate the ground for not being very big, but the surrounding area is quite incredible, which is just beautiful. Wintry sun as well here today. Now, of course, Eddie Howe is returning back to the Vitality for the very first time. So is Jason Tyndall and Simon Weatherstone as well on the coaching staff. But not just that, former players of Newcastle United squad are also returning here to Bournemouth as well, possibly for the first time. Now, Newcastle have made the League Cup final, which is quite incredible. I love saying that. Against a Bournemouth side who are struggling there, fighting for their lives at the bottom end of the table. This is a league fixture, so Newcastle can concentrate more on the league. There's a Champions League position up for grabs. Newcastle United are in the hunt for Europe. And do you know what? Even if we don't even get Champions League, we'll get Europa League, or even the conference if the season falls to bits. But it's a magnificent position to be in February, standing here rather, and talking about that. But I think, you know, let's get on with it. Let's jump on the computer. So I wanted to have a look at both sides, so let's take a look. A little bit on Bournemouth, and we'll take a look what Eddie Howe was saying yesterday in his press conference. So Bournemouth are now dropped right down to 19th in the Premier League. It's tight down the bottom. Look, you can choose from probably a few clubs that might go down, but they're slipping, the form's slipping as well. The last 8 games, I haven't picked up any results. Their actual run started in that League Cup fixture against Newcastle in the last 16. So it started way back on the 20th of December, and that's 8 games in, and they're not picking up any results. So really, looking this on paper, you would think with Newcastle's ambitions to finish in the top 4, this needs to be a win. Bournemouth, I think, being at home, will love a point against Newcastle, but Newcastle need to go and win this game. Right on to Newcastle, and Eddie Howe was talking yesterday about the left wing position. He's gone on to say that I wouldn't say it's a headache, I have choice. That is a brilliant thing for a manager to have. I never look at negativity, although the decisions can be tough. Choosing 2 players for one position you love, that's the difficult side of management, but I'd rather have that problem. The squad needs to be big enough and strong enough for a long campaign. On saint-maximin, Eddie Howe went out and said, I thought there were some aspects of his game that were in a really good place last week. I thought most importantly, he tried to give his all for the team. I don't think there was any lack of effort from him. I thought the West Ham managed him really well in the game. Teams will always look at him as a big threat and probably produce game plans on keeping him quiet, and it's up to us and him to try and find a solution in those game plans. I think Maxi's someone who performs with a consistent run of games, but I would say that would be the case for all players. So I think he has a window and an opportunity to impress. That sounds to me that saint-maximin might start a little bit later on. Eddie Howe went on to say about Gordon making his debut, saying it was a really positive debut for him last week and he was really pleased. Your first impression is that he gives the home supporters such an important moment. His first touch was a brilliant one, and from there he was away and running. I was really pleased with that, and I think that's the confidence taken into training this week. He's keen. I did some one-on-one work with him on Monday, and he then trained with the rest of the group through the week. He showed some really good signs. His overall performance levels have been really good. And of course, Eddie Howe did touch upon the sad news that Christian Atsu is still missing, so hopefully he gets a fantastic reception later on today, because he's played for both clubs, no doubt. Will be singing later on, and he has admitted that Amazon Prime will be in filming Newcastle for a few episodes. But just some on other injury news, Matty Targett might be coming back shortly. Eddie Howe said that he's close to training. He's worked hard on his rehabilitation with the physios, and he's getting close to returning to the group. So there we go, Bournemouth against Newcastle United. Are you making the trip down here? Because it's absolutely beautiful. So we'll have to see how Newcastle United get on. And will it be an emotional thing for Eddie Howe? Probably, because look, he spent so many years down here. Even when he moved away for a short time at Portsmouth, it's family down here. A lot of the staff have, and look, it's a beautiful place, I have to say. But you know, he's done wonderful things getting Bournemouth through the leagues, and I'm sure, because this is the first time that the home fans in particular can give Eddie Howe a reception. I think they will, because the stuff that they've done for him laid the foundations, because they were heading out of League 2 and he saved them and climbed up the league and into the Premier League. And yeah, fantastic. What a job he did. But, you know, he's ours now. It's their loss as our gain. And Eddie Howe's doing fantastic stuff at Newcastle United. So, I cannot wait for this one. Can't wait for it. Cannot wait for it. Please let me know in the comments down below. How do you think the game's going to go? Looking, obviously, I was jumping on the computer there. Let me know how you think of both sides' form going into this. But yeah, if you drop us a like down in Bournemouth, see you later, everyone. Bye bye.